Come, Richard. A criminal can come to a gate, lift it up, and take it off its track, like that, and they are into your property. Yeah, somebody has lifted the gate off the track, and they've got access into the property, and I'll show you why. It's because they've taken the gate off the pinion wheel, and when the pinion wheel is not engaged, you can push the gate open and close. As you can see, the gate is actually running on the side of the track and not on the track itself. You can also install this anti-lift bracket. You've got these screws here, those, and you've got that spanner on your drill that's in your kit. Put it in there and drill into the steel. And what you do is you use these screws, these tech screws on the steel. Yeah, we've got a coach screw. What you have to do is drill 4 holes, drill it at 10 millimeter, maybe start with a 6 millimeter if you haven't got a Hilti drill, go 8 millimeter, then 10 millimeter, put your plug in and screw your coach screw in and hold that plate down. You've got 4 of these screws inside your kit. All you have to do is look for places where you can put this bracket. You will find many places you can put the bracket. I prefer to have it preferably closer to the ground because that's where you got less movement. When you install this bracket here, make sure that your hook sits at the top of that little hole, because your gate tends to wear the wheels and this will drop. And if you got it at the top there, at least people won't have any space to force the gate open. This is basically the same thing as just now. This is now closer to the bottom of the gate. Your gate doesn't move that much due to being on the wheels and close to the bottom. So with the heat and the cold, your gate won't adjust all that much. This bracket closer to the back of the track. That is if your gate is sealed, if somebody has sealed these holes with a piece of steel. If you have a little wall next to your gate motor, when you put the gate bracket in, make sure that it's up like this and then just screw it into the gate itself. These brackets can be installed on the bottom of the gate. Install it anywhere along the gate, even to the top. You can install it there. I'd advise you to just install it closer to the bottom of the gate, because when it's hot and cold, metal expands and shrinks. And you've got less movement when it's closer to the wheels itself. This is the back of the gate. Always remember, install on the back of the gate, and always do it with the gate in the closed position. Install it on the front of the gate. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to install it. At the front of the gate, it's all basically the same thing. Okay, so over here, you can put your bracket against the wall. See where you want it. You can turn this, it makes it stronger. Like I said, the closer it is to the bottom of the gate, the better. This is a sweepy. It keeps your track clean. If there's any debris on the track, this removes it. Look at your sweepy. It's got an L-shaped bracket. Push it in. It's difficult to force it in because of the gristles. This is an 8 millimeter socket. It's specially made for the tech screw. This is my tech screw here. It's got a drill bit on it. It's made of a very hard steel. It will often save you from having to do any welding and fix many things in the house. They come in different lengths. It fits into the 8 millimeter socket. It's got a little magnet inside it to hold it, which makes it a lot more comfortable to work with. This is what I use to drill the sweepies to the gates. All you do is you hold it in position and you drill it into the gate, and that will seat your sweepy for you. You got 4 screws to put in. I've heard that I've gone to gate motors and I've found snakes in gate motors. I have found geckos in gate motors, spiders, ants. Ants are the worst. They get into every small little crevice there is in the gate motor, or in your beams for that matter, and they cause quite a bit of destruction in there. So I'm just showing you how to get rid of these things, or not get rid of them, to actually prevent it. Animals like to find a little place to stay inside the gate motors and the beams. It's quite warm. So they move in there, they lay their eggs there. And what they do as well is they pee on the boards. As you can see, there's a mark on this PC board. This is where a gecko moved into a gate motor and it lived on top of the PC board. It has destroyed the PC board. If you want to put powder in your gate motor, this is the key that you have. Insert it into the lock. Turn it. Sometimes you have to move this key around and shake it a bit because there might be sand or dust in there. Open your door. You can see there's a little clip on here that clips into the bottom here. Give them a cover. Don't be too rough because you might have an antenna inside the gate motor itself. This lady has taken an old sock and she's put mothballs inside the sock. Squeezes into an available gap on the gate motor itself. This will prevent any animal life from occurring inside your gate motor. Okay, we're going to put powder. You can use any powder, baby powder, any powder that you want. All you do is you sprinkle the powder over your gate motor. Don't be afraid to do it. There are insects that come and live in this motor because it's nice and warm, and the ants are also attracted to electronics for some reason or another. But that's all you need to do, and what happens is it also keeps your gate motor dry. If it's damp outside, the moisture will go into the powder itself. That's all you need to do, and replace your cover. When you replace your cover, just do it very carefully that you don't move any of your wires or pull wires off. When you put your cover back on, just be very, very careful as to how you do it. Make sure you put all your wires back inside. Your cover must sit neatly. There's your little clip in. Lock your gate motor, close it. Maintenance applies to all sliding gate motors. This is an example of oil seeping out of the gearbox of the gate motor. It's on the side of the gate motor where you disengage and engage the gate motor. Yeah, this is your pinion wheel. The pinion wheel is there to pull and push the gate only. It is not supposed to carry the weight of the gate by sitting on the gate motor and pushing down on it. This is a basic illustration to show you what the gap should be between the pinion wheel and the racking itself. If it does push down on the gate motor, you could either have worn wheels or your track could be damaged. Over here, this is your seal for your gate motor. With the heavy weight of the gate sitting on the pinion wheel, it will cause a shaft to push up against this seal here, and that's basically the only thing that is holding it over there. The oil will seep out at the bottom of the gearbox and it will run out behind the pinion wheel and run down here. You will see that you'll have a stain in the sand, and there'll be a stain here, a dusty, wet stain over here from the oil. Opening the door, you can see there's a thumb wheel. That thumb wheel has to be turned clockwise. You will see a lock and unlock on it. Just turn it until it stops. Okay, now the gate's disengaged, so now you can open the gate manually. You always have to have an in-stop. If you don't have an in-stop on your gate will fall off the rails. Open the gate came to a stop. What we're doing now is we're going to check the entire gate to see why the gate stopped. The most important thing to do is to see what is wrong or what is going on around your gate itself and the motor around the motor. This is your gate. The first thing you've got to do is take your gate, open it completely. Okay, when your gate is in the open position, just take it, pull your gate and feel that it's the same weight and that it runs easily throughout the entire closing. It's the same gate. Make sure that you check that your gate doesn't crash into this portal. It must go in completely like this. So it mustn't hit there, because the gate will not be able to read its distance that it's got to do. So you check that your gate goes in easily. Then you open your gate again completely. Just follow, just do a gentle push. Feel that the weight of the gate is the same throughout. Then that already tells you that the wheels are good and everything is fine in that sense. Your gate is coming to a stop easily, so you know it's not that. Now what we want to do is we want to now check here, on this side here. I'm going to pull the gate forward. Okay, and as you can see, you've got a magnet. Yeah. And inside the gate motor, yeah, there's a little sensor that reads the magnet to do the distance of the gate on opening and closing. This magnet must be close to the gate motor. It mustn't hit the gate motor. Over here, you can see there are screws in here that you can undo, and then just move your magnet forward or backwards. If it's too close to the motor, push it back. This cap must not be more than 3 centimeters. Another thing is, this is now tedious, but it's got to be done. As you can see here, you got your pinion wheel there. I'm going to shake the gate. You see that the gate's floating on the pinion wheel. Open the gate, gate's still floating. I'm doing this so that you can see that the gate is not being carried by the pinion wheel. If this gate is carried by the pinion wheel, it's a problem. As you can see there, the gate is a bit heavy on the pinion wheel, so we'll have to adjust that. Adjusting and setting your racking. As you can see, you've got little screws on your racking. There's a little slot here. You undo the screw and you can actually move your racking up and down. We are going to undo this little screw here. Don't take it out completely. But as you can see, now I can move my racking up and down. Just put in, adjust it to just above the pinion wheel so that the gate isn't carried by the pinion wheel. Then all you do is tighten it again. All very simple. Done. Okay, reasons for that is that the gate could be sitting on the pinion wheel. If you take your wheels, you can see it's got a little gap in here. And the wheel runs on here, and you can see here that the wheel is sitting pretty close to the ground itself. And with it being close to the ground, it might hit a small pebble, and it will do it 5 times, and the gate will stop, or it will stop the gate from running. Change your wheels will lift your gate, and this won't sit too close to the ground itself. Change your wheels once a year. As you can see, everything is smooth. These gate wheels can cause serious damage to children's feet. There are many different kinds of portals. You've got 2 bolts in the portals. This is more for safety reasons that I'm telling you this. If this comes over and this gate falls over, it's going to damage the gate motor. It's going to fall on the gate motor. If it falls on you, it's even worse. This here is your racking. The gate is pushed backwards and forwards by the pinion wheel. Sometimes the nylon on the angle iron comes loose and the gate just moves it slightly, and as you can see, you lose a millimeter there. You might set up the gate and everything runs well until the gate gets confused because it's not running the correct distance as it has been set up. You can see this. If you see that, please make sure that it sits flush against it. You take these screws on top, tighten them so that that little piece of nylon racking does not move. Must not move at all. There you go. As you can see, it is sitting securely and it's not going to confuse the gate motor. Done. Removing the wheels of the gate. Always lift your gate up. Put a brick on the front end of the gate. Have the gate in the semi-closed position so that you know that the gate won't fall over, because it's been held by the portal and the 2 rollers. So you know your gate is safe. It's not going to fall over. These are your wheels here. You've got a bolt in here with a nut. Undo the nut. Sometimes you might have some axle in here that's rusted and you can't get it out and it's stuck in there. Put a bit of Q20 on this. Use this bolt and knock it out. You might battle with it. It's good to leave it on the track. Make sure that you don't knock it too hard when you take it out, that you would bend the track. Get the axle out and use this rather. It's easier to install the new gate wheels. New gate wheels. This is a different system to the bolt. And you've got a little circlip in there. All you do is open the little circlip up. You go. Make sure you don't lose your circlip. Push your axle out by knocking it out. Sometimes it is pretty snug in there. There's your new gate wheel. Put your new gate wheel in. If you want to use your axle, you can use your axle and put your circlip back on again. I recommend use your bolts. If they are damaged or anything like that, you can take the bolt from your rollers that you get with your gate motor wheel kit. Put it in. Always face the bolts outwards so that the nut is on the outside. Reason for it being that this is quite long. This will knock against the gate motor and it will stop the gate from opening. Put your nuts back on. When you do, don't tighten them because you'll pinch the wheel and the wheel won't run freely. Just do it by hand. Put another bolt on and make sure that you lock these nuts so that you know they are not going to come off and somebody can't just come and fiddle with them. Like that. There you are. Nice and tight. Your wheel is running freely. Beautiful. Now you have to do is just put it back on the track and your wheel is changed. And the same with the back wheel. It should be running freely. Like you see on the left hand side, the roller is running freely. Like this, and when you install it, make sure that you pinch the bracket between the top nut and the bottom nut, and that the roller is running freely between the bolt and the top nut. If you look at the left hand side one, it's well secured and it's running freely. Also, what you need to do is run your hand in front of your beams. You can hear them. If you are wanting to test your beams, you will see you've got little lights on here. If you flash your hand in front of the beam, you see your light is coming on and off. You can hear it. That says that your beams are working. So that's everything working. Your problem is in the gate motor. There's nothing that is actually stopping the gate motor. If you found this information valuable, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.